this is my new sewing machine. It is beautiful. It is a Brother Strong and Tough ST150HDH. And it is so lovely. I've used it and it just makes the sound of angels flying to earth to bless you. It's beautiful, I love it. Only thing I need your help with is, I need a name. I don't know what I want to name it. I don't know if it's a he or a she. Shoot out some names, let me know what you think, and we'll go from there. Let's get started with today's tutorial. I am going to be making a corset kind of tank top kind of thing. So yeah, let's see how it goes. Girl, if you be sewing and you don't press out your seams, what is you doing? Look at the beauty of this. Oh my gosh, it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Look at these seams. Look at that nice cut. What? They can't tell you nothing. Okay, so now what we are going to do is scope out where we want our zip ties. So I am going to turn this to the back side because ain't nobody gonna see the back side. Turn it out to the back side, and now we are going to scope out our zip tie layout. I am going to start here, and I am going to just trace this because what we want to do is we want to create a casing for this zip tie to go into. You catch my drift? You know where I'm going with this? Okay. You see how you have your casing here? You're gonna have a little opening, and we're gonna zip or put that zip tie right inside of that opening like this. And now we have a casing for our zip tie. So let me just continue to do that. Girl, that took a little bit of my life away, I promise it did. This is what you should end up with. And then if we flip it on the other side, you should be able to see your guides here. So now what we want to do is insert all of our zip ties. So I'm going to turn this around here and start entering my ties, starting from over here all the way to the other side. So I am going to bias tape all of the bottom, that way we don't have to close it up. Or if you're not feeling the bias tape option, you can fold it up and hand stitch it. Bit mama ain't got time for all of that. Okay, so I'm just gonna bias tape. The bias tape on that tanks. But first, let's shape it up. Lord have mercy on my soul and heart. After trying to figure out several different ways on how I was going to sew this thin behind bias tape to this, I finally figured that I would just go through the process of clipping it. Lord be with me while I'm sewing, okay? See what happened when you try to go fast? You mess stuff up. Alright, so what I did was went ahead, sewn my bias tape on the bottom here, and then I tried it on, but I quickly realized that this is way too short. So what I did was I just got some extra fabric that I had and created 2 additional panels. So what I'm going to do with this is sew them as if they're additional panels to both sides of this. That way, whenever I do my next step, it will fit comfortably and wide enough to fit me. So yes, let me sew this on here. I'm gonna sew it to this side, sew straight down. That way whenever we flip it over, it's a nice clean edge. All right, so I have that second panel sewn in. Now it is wide enough to fit me in the back. So now what I want to do is add my continuing bias tape to the panel that I just added, which will be right here. I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna clamp it down with my clips, and then I'm just gonna sew it on there. All right, girl, we almost there. I promise, I pinky promise. Now that we have our straps sewn onto our back panels, now we want to figure out how we want this thing to lace up. So here I have some cording. I think what I'm gonna do is just add in some grommets right here, and then we'll lace it up that way. Here I have my grommets. I'm going to choose the smallest ones, which is this size. I'm gonna choose the smallest ones, place them out to how I think they should be. I'm thinking about just using 4 of them on both sides. All right, now that you have all of your grommets installed, now we can cord it. Oh my gosh, this has been the longest tutorial I feel like I've ever had in my life. But we're almost there, girl, almost there. So this is the cording that I got. It was literally only $1 at Walmart, and I was like, yup, going on get that. Wanna lace that bad baby up. So, starting up at the top. Alright, now your corset is corded up. And now, girl, you are done. This is our finished product. A beautiful corset with gold bias tape trim, back cording, installed grommets, and straps. Lining, you're good to go, girl. Let's go try this baby on.